Star dunes, one of the mysteries that the scientists of around the world are trying to crack how they formed, often also recommended as pyramid dunes. Mostly, the geophysicists were trying to understand the formation of this outstanding formation of dunes. We all know about dunes. They are very common in most of the deserts found around the world, even in India's Thar Desert. But star dunes are somewhat different. Let's try to find out how they are and what they are. Let's talk about their formation. When we talk about star dunes, they are basically found in western part of Africa, on African continent, that is in Morocco, and in Urg Chubbi region of Morocco. This belt is famous for star formations of dunes. Usually, most of us has the knowledge about dunes that they are moving landforms. Most of the landforms are static, but dunes in deserts are moving. The average dune's moving speed is dependent upon the wind speed in 12 months. How the winds drag all this desert sand and move the dunes from one place to another. Similarly, this star desert or dunes are no different. They also move from one place to another. But their height is great. Why? Because sometimes in some regions these dunes has achieved more than 330 feet, which is around 100 meters. So geologically it was very difficult to find out that what made them such a big dunes. In geographic point of view, or the people who are preparing for civil services, this topic is one of the important topic for UPSC and state civil services. So with definition of this star dune, we can understand that these are also dunes with multiple arms, branch raised from one point, and which looks like star from the sky. Although Morocco is not only the place where star dunes are found. The star dunes are also found in extraterrestrial regions. For example, in moons of Mars and our moon, that is Earth's moon. Okay, but in India or in other places they are less, but and their height is also quite less. In recent times, the studies have gone through with those star dunes of Morocco, and these star dunes generally named as Lala Lalia in this Morocco regions. Let's understand its further clearance. When we talk about Morocco's Archebi dune, they are the resultant of multiple winds coming at one point from multiple directions. Let's say the low pressure has formed center, and the multiple winds from high pressure from all direction has come at single point to be merged. Now because of these winds movement, several branches of sand carved out because of winds movement and erosion of sand, which gives these dunes a star-like structure with multiple arms. Star dunes basically looks sometimes like this, which is again the part of unique feature. Their height is very unique, which is not commonly found in all entire the world's dune. Average 150 meters, which I have already mentioned. Sometimes in some regions 900 years old also. They are very old dunes, which is not generally common in other kind of deserts, right? So these are the basic features of dunes, star shaped, all that thing we have already discussed. Now when we talk about its research, the study says that the star dunes form very quickly, and they are mainly because of thousands of years wind movement. They do not just gathered in year by year. Every year it has been found that sometimes 0 to 0.5 centimeters movement of dunes, which is moving this 900 feet gigantic dune from one place to another. This is the uniqueness of the star dunes. They are very dynamic and can change the shape time to time. Dunes are made up of sand. Sand are not like other soil. They are loose particles who are not very much attached with the moisture with the other particle. So whenever wind moves, the sand tends to move with the speed of wind. That is why they move. All right. So this is called the basic feature of dunes and importance. Now let's talk about the importance and significance. Understanding this Lala Lalia dunes of this chubby region of Morocco will reveal multiple aspects of old days climate. As I mentioned, star dunes are not something who has formed recently, but they also have some decades of years old, sometimes 1300 years old, sometimes 900 years old, which means it reveals the real exact climatic conditions of older days of those belts, which can also reveal the old days climatic conditions and geological aspect of that belt. That is the best significance part of understanding star dunes and the oldest climates. According to the research, what it is like giving us more significance is these structures are sometimes so eye-catching. Lot of tourism they attract from multiple areas of the world just to watch on these dunes of Morocco, which runs country's economy too, as it is also mentioned in the PPT. Tourism, recreation, environmental significance to conserve desert exploration, or the formation of deserts can be revealed also. In or addition knowledge can be added. Now the dunes, when we talk about, they are specially challenges and threats. In terms of challenges, when we talk climate change with the pattern of wind change, because winds, when we talk about winds are on the basis of high pressure and low pressure formation. Now whenever the climate is changing, low pressure conditions are very dynamic and variable. Due to the variability of low pressure and high pressure of air, the wind movement from high pressure to low pressure are also becoming very dynamic, which is affecting the regular formation of star dunes and also erode the star dunes from its higher height and can reduce the height of them also, which is one of the point can be understood through climate change, which can be a threat to these gigantic formations of dunes, right? Apart from this, human impact, human who has already impacted the environment and its surrounding, which has collectively has changed the climate and the surrounding environment, as a great threat possessed over these dunes. And these days, modern explorations of minerals and different type of expeditions happening on the grounds will make these dunes vulnerable, because as I mentioned, star dunes are very old structure of dunes which are slowly moving from one place to another. So these are the basic challenges that we are facing with the star dunes around the globe, and especially with Morocco. So when we talk about star dunes, the best part of star dunes which can come in civil services is the recent revealing studies of star dunes, which are the locations. For mapping point of view, it can be important for UPSC as well as state public service commissions. So we found it important. So this is the all about star dunes structures in the world. Stay connected to know this kind of important informations for more detail. Thank you.